Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a screenwriter's rant on Super Cool, a coming of age comedy that we so desperately need. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Available at Amazon.com. Support the channel if you can. It's free for Kindle Unlimited and we still get paid and I can give Joan treats. Little Joan needs treats. Look how hungry she is. Anywho, Super Cool. Super Cool looks pretty funny. Now, they steal kind of a bit from South Park right in the beginning. This dude wants to ask a girl out. This is his platonic female friend. And he goes to the hot girl to ask her out or to ask about a party she's throwing so he could be a part of it. And he throws up trying to ask her out because he's so nervous. This is Stan in South Park. I mean, so I was a little annoyed by that, but the rest of it looks pretty cool. You know, he throws up, ruins his chance for a date. It's on Facebook and everything else. Him and his buddy, you know, he's like, I'll never get in with the girl. My life is ruined. His buddy tells him to make a wish at 11:11 and the wish will come true. So he does, and he makes one cool wish, and it changes his life. Because he goes to school the next day, and now he looks like this dude with washboard abs, and he doesn't look like himself, and he's got better clothes, and his friend doesn't know who he is. So he's a completely different dude, and everybody likes him. And now he's invited to the party. She sees him in a record store. God, how old are the guys who wrote this? A record store? A CD store? What? 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 Where are they? When does this take place? Maybe it takes place in the past. I don't know. It doesn't look dated. So maybe it takes place in the early 2000s. Still though, a record store? But anyhow, she invites him to the party now that he's super cool. Then, of course, craziness ensues as they get a guy to loan him a Porsche. But the deal is he wants to go to the high school party, which is weird because he's an adult. But he's played by Daman Wayans Jr. I didn't recognize him the first time I did this analysis. I didn't recognize it was he looked like a Wayans, but I didn't like put it together right away. So it's Daman Wayans Jr., son of Daman Wayans. So that's kind of funny, keeping it in the family, the comedy. See, this is what he looks like. And then there's wackiness. They go to a mini mart that gets robbed. It's run by a guy who's actually named a Pooh. And then wackiness ensues, and for some reason they get involved with a gangster who tries to kill him, you know. And then there's a car chase. All kinds of craziness happens. Is it real? I don't know. Maybe it's all a dream. At the end of the day, this is them wrecking the Porsche. Yeah, so you wrecked him a Porsche, and they got funny takes here. This is a funny joke at the end. This is the only reason I like this. If they had just stolen that South Park bit and then ended it there. But this was a funny bit. First, a cop is aiming a gun at this guy, and you know, they got him on the gun. He says, "Well, you guys don't really have a reputation," and the robber says, "Black Lives Matter," and then he's like, "But you're both white," and then the store owner's like, "Is that why you haven't shot him yet?" Come on, that's pretty funny, and it hits both sides of the aisle, I think. And that's the way comedy should be. Everybody's a target comedy. Everybody. So I'm going to try to read these names, man. These guys got names. Ali, written by Ali Heika and Ali Musave. Whew, those are some tough names. I don't know. Are those Arabic? I can't tell, man. I think the second name might be Arabic, but tough to tell. They could be Greek. Definitely kind of foreign names. It doesn't mean they're foreigners. They just got wacky. I mean, I have a wacky name, DIGerolamo. Good luck pronouncing that. I was the only kid in my gym class who got called by his first name. Produced by Ali Heika and directed by Teppo Eriksson. Phew, that's a tough one. But yeah, with Isa Schlinginger and Daman Wayans Jr. So Daman Wayans Jr. isn't really a main guy, but he looks to be a good supporting guy. Look at the names. See, like when you're an actor, you gotta have names that are easy to pronounce so everybody remembers you. Jake Short, Miles J. Harvey, Madison Davenport. Yeah, those are actor names. They're probably not their even real names. But it looks good. Looks funny. Looks funny. I would totally see this movie. And not sure. The record store. I didn't notice that the first time. So let's go through. The acts. This is going to be pretty standard. The first act. You know, he wants the girl. He blows his chance. His friend tells him to make the wish. He makes the wish. End of first act. He goes to school the next day. He's a different guy. Now he has this opportunity to reinvent himself. So he does, and now he's super cool guy. It's weird though. Like, what happens to his old persona is the question. There's a funny exchange here where he has to prove to his friend who he is by knowing all these intimate details. It's pretty funny. And then they're going to the party, and then wackiness ensues. So the robbery, the gangsters with the Porsche, a car chase for some reason. This is all in the second act, probably partly the third. And then in the end, what happens? Well, he could end up with the platonic girl who was always his friend in the beginning. Realize, that's where he should have put his efforts in to begin with, because they're friends and they should be the ones going out, especially in high school. You're supposed to try these things out or whatever. Or, maybe he gets the girl. I doubt he gets the girl. They never really get the girl they want at the end, usually in these movies. But it's a happy ending. It's not like everybody dies. Be interesting to see. I think it's probably all a dream. He wakes up and realizes that, maybe he just needs the self-confidence. That's a coming-of-age sort of ending. Like, maybe he does get invited to the party anyway. And then, his real life starts when he wakes up after this crazy dream he had. But it looks fun. I mean, we need movies like this. It's called Super Cool. It's obviously an allusion to, I think, Super Bad. But, again, derivative. But we need movies like this. We don't have any damn comedies. There's no damn comedies. Or they're being ruined by wokeness. This looks not to be concerned by that. So I'm totally down. There's crazy stuff happening. Sign me up. Will I go to the movies? I'm a little old to go to the movies to see this. If all my friends wanted to go see a crazy movie, I'd say, yeah, let's all go. This is a fun group activity. You go with your friends. Probably I'd see it in streaming, but that's just me being an older guy. But, I'd take a date to this movie. It'd be fun, two people our age going to the movies to see a crazy movie. It'd be fun because we'd laugh and have a good time. This is the kind of movie for me. It's a night out. You go see the movie and then you go to a bar or restaurant, whatever, and you hang out, talk about the movie, quote the lines. That to me is a fun night out. So this looks like a fun movie. Super cool. I don't think we have a date on it. No. So probably look for this. I would say spring would probably be. I mean, unless they're dumping it in the February slot. I would say spring, sometime in March. This is a kind of fun movie. Everybody's finally out again. Springtime. So that's it. That's it for me and Little Joan. Right, Little Joan? We're going to call it quits here. Check us out on Bitchute, Rumble, and Odysee for a news blast and a Hollywoke hot take, which went extra long today. And we'll see you tomorrow.